We have reached an interesting time in gaming. Plenty of consumers-based games off of story, graphics, and of course, the power of the console. If you own a Nintendo Switch, chances are you don't care about any of that stuff. If you're looking for a straightforward game that focuses specifically on control complemented by great level design, Marble It Up is the game for you. A successor to the Marble Blast series, Marble It Up is a physics-based platformer. What does that mean? That means that you roll around and you jump and then you get to the end of the level. There's no story in these marble games because the developers know that you don't need a reason to roll your marbles from level to level. The developers are confident enough in their level design to let the gameplay do the talking, and these levels are awesome. The first couple of levels teach you the basics, even though the controls are already simple enough. Ultimately, you move, jump, and then there's a button for power-ups. Old power-ups are still vital to the gameplay, like Super Jump. That voice isn't in the game anymore, but hey, this game is still awesome. There are also some new power-ups like the Feather, which makes your marble float through the air, enabling you to cover more ground. You'll also learn new mechanics in the series, like gravity walls. This literally flips the gameplay upside down and allows an extra dimension to tasks like collecting gems. This type of game will be huge in the speedrunning community. Certain levels will provide you with the goal of collecting gems, and then other levels may not even provide you with a threat of falling off the course. In those types of scenarios, certain levels may not seem difficult from a straight platforming perspective. However, if you want to beat the time that the developers give you in order to get the gold badge, there is a challenge. I love when games do this because it can appeal to all ages. Younger children won't get frustrated because the beginning levels teach the essential mechanics and nothing is too difficult until the later levels. At the same time, if you want to master these levels, you need to put on your big boy pants. Games that are easy to play but tough to master are the best kind of games. Bragging rights are yet another challenge in Marble It Up. You'll be able to see your friends' times on the leaderboards as well as the entire population. You can watch replays of every single time, even from the top speedrunners. This means that if you're having trouble beating a time, you can watch the best time in the world in order to get some pointers. If you've seen my videos, you'll know that I favor gameplay over graphics any day of the week, but the graphics of Marble It Up are actually pretty awesome. They're colorful, they're shiny. The developers did a fantastic job making this vibrant world come to life. At 60 frames per second, both in dock mode and in handheld mode, you won't only have great visuals, but also great control. The level design is fantastic, and although there's not a surplus of levels to enjoy, the replayability will keep you hooked for a while. The developers announced that there's going to be a free DLC of multiplayer. I don't know what this is going to entail yet, but I promise to review that as soon as it comes out. Apparently a level editor is also in the works for this engine, so players can create their own levels. The modding community will be pleased to hear about this news because there's going to be an endless amount of content to be enjoyed. The engine, and more importantly, the great control, is already a foundation of Marble It Up that will hopefully create a long-lasting community. I love games like Marble It Up because it's simple enough for anyone to understand, play, and enjoy, but at the same time, the game design is so in-depth that if you want to beat certain times, there's enough challenge for veterans. Marble It Up is what gaming is all about. It's just a fun time. As always, thanks for watching, boys and girls. If you don't own a Switch, the developers announced that Marble It Up is coming out for the PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, so if you want to wait it out, it's still coming. Games like Marble It Up and Super Monkey Ball have always been favorites of mine, but let me know in the comments your favorite physics-based platformers.